Day 5 in the trial of Chad Isaak, and the testimony centered on visual evidence, video surveillance. KX News anchor Brooke Williams has been following the trial all day. She joins us now live with the latest. Brooke?
Yeah, Nicholas, the testimony today was focused on that video surveillance, what it shows and what's missing from it. The prosecution working to establish a timeline of the suspect's movements. The defense working to show that there's gaps in that timeline that raise some questions.
So I went back 1 week, and 1 week to the day to March 25th it was of 2019. I seen the same truck at the same time pull into that frontage road that goes over to McDonald's and park in the same spot.
The prosecution says that video on March 25th, 2019 shows the suspect taking the same path he used when they say he committed the murders at RJR Maintenance and Management a week later. One by one, witnesses testified about business surveillance video provided to police.
Did you look at those videos to see whether they were full and accurate videos from the period of time that was requested?
Yeah.
Were there any gaps in that surveillance video?
Well, they're like motion activated, so I guess sorta. Yeah, just when there was like any sort of movement or whatever, then they would kick back on or whatnot.
So from the time that movement was detected and provided, in this case, to law enforcement until the end, are there any gaps in that footage?
No.
Mr. Nicole, did you see what occurred there?
Yes, I did.
Okay, could you describe what occurred?
Would have been a gap.
Okay. You say about a 40-second gap?
Yeah.
Okay.
During cross-examination, the defense taking steps to illustrate holes in the timeline and use the video evidence to raise reasonable doubt about what the surveillance captures, asking a witness to review this 8-minute-long video and count the number of white trucks observed in that time span.
How many white trucks did you observe in that video?
Approximately 24.
The state on its redirect trying to establish there were other identifying characteristics such as direction of travel that allowed investigators to zero in on the exact truck they were searching for.
Do you have any idea whether there is a suspect vehicle in this case?
In this instance, I believe so, yes.
Have you had any involvement in tracking said suspect vehicle?
I have not.
So you wouldn't know about any individualized characteristics of any white pickup truck or any white or suspect vehicle in this case?
Correct.
The suspect vehicle the prosecution believes is linked to Chad Isaak. A North Dakota patrol and probation officer was also called to the stand today to testify about maps and timelines he put together, tracking the suspect Chad Isaak's movements, as well as the route that white Ford F-150 pickup truck is believed to have taken. Nicholas?
Brooke, thank you very much. You can watch the full trial through our live stream coverage on our Facebook page or at kxnet.com.